Hey, I am not wearing makeup. Let me just tell you about myself this week. The worst, absolute worst week of my life ever. I've posted a video like this, worst month of my life. This is the worst week of my life, okay? Just in 1 week. Last Monday, I euthanized my cat, okay? I had to kill my cat. He was so sick, and then he broke his toes. He couldn't walk anymore. There was no coming back from it, so I said, just put him down. I'm sorry, I'm really sad about that. But then the next day I went to the doctor, and she said that I needed to be on antibiotics. Okay, so the tests come in, I get the antibiotics, and I start the antibiotics a couple of days later. Well, I'm taking the antibiotics on Wednesday. On Thursday, I get a fever, and I go to work not knowing that I have a fever, a small fever. I go to work. I can't finish the day at work. So I asked my boss, listen, I have to leave early. There's no way I can work anymore. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't. And I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I felt really, really sick. And everything's going around about the coronavirus. I got really scared. Well, I do not have coronavirus. I wasn't coughing. I wasn't sneezing. None of that was happening. But I just had a fever for about 4 or 5 days. And then I break out in a rash all over head to toe. It's like you can't really tell on my face. It was bright as a tomato from my face all the way down everywhere. My back, my stomach, everywhere. It was just red. Well, my arm's still a little pink, but I've been taking some different stuff, and it's clearing up. The rash is finally clearing up. So I've had the worst week ever, and the only way I could think about making this week better is to try and make something out of it. So I'm thinking of all these things that I could be doing, start my own business somehow, some way. So there are things going on right now that I am working on. But I was thinking about children. I don't have any children. I'm a single female. I don't have any kids. Of course, I could have done that in my 20s. I think is the better time to really focus all that energy that you have in your 20s. You're either focusing on your career or you're focusing on your kids. This is one of the best times, I think, but it's really better to be a parent in your 30s because you have so much more knowledge about stuff. You don't have to rely on your parents to do the grandparenting thing, which is telling you everything you're doing wrong. So, yeah, what I figured out is this. Let me give you this little piece of advice to your children, okay? This is first day of school advice from XML, okay? When you're driving your kid to their first day of school, any year, if they're already in 5th grade, start at 5th grade. If they're already in 12th grade, start in 12th grade. Okay, but every year, when they start preschool, kindergarten, every single year, the first day of school, you should tell them this. You only need to say it once, the first day. Mija, or mijo, or sweetheart, kiddo, whatever you call your kids, listen to me. There's something I want you to do when you go in there today and every day for the rest of the year. I want you to go into school and Don't think twice about doing everything that you want to do. Just do everything that you want to do. If there's something you want to try out for it. If there's something somebody's doing that you think you might like, go over there and join them. You're not going to succeed at everything that you do, but that's not the point. You might have fun and you might hate it, but you'll learn the things that you like. And the importance of learning the things that you like and are good at a younger age means that you'll know better when it's time to go to college and figure out your career, what you want to do with the rest of your life. And eventually, if you do it every single day in school, every single year, it becomes a part of who you are, even a part of your personality. People will say, hey, this person is, that kind of guy or that kind of girl, just goes for it and gets everything that they want in life. But these are the reasons why, is that they just try everything because they're interested, because they have a small interest or a big interest. Don't let anybody stop you and don't let anybody tell you no. There's, of course, in competition, you have judges who are telling you you're not the winner, but the way I see it is just that you try it out means that you won something for yourself. You learned something for yourself. What you won is the learning experience. And that's all you need, is the learning experience to take you through life. Because I think by the time you're 18, 20, and you have so much learned experience, it shows. And more people will want to be around you, and more people will want to hire you. And in everything that you do, you're writing. When you're writing to colleges, it will come out in your expression, the way that you write and what you write about, to get accepted. So, just think about that. Don't let anything make you shy. Don't get shy about stuff. Even if you're a little bit shy, everybody gets a little bit shy sometimes. They're not sure they're good at something. So what? Hey, there's lots of things that I'm not real great at doing, but I do them anyway, because sometimes the benefit of it is that somebody will get a good laugh out of it. So you'll get a good kick out of it, even if you don't know how to do it. It's a good thing to be able to make fun of yourself too. Well, I tried that once. What happened to me? I tried playing tennis once. I was talking to some guy. He said, hey, you should try tennis. And I said, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really good at that. He said, oh, you should never try to convince yourself that you're not really good at something just because you don't know how to do it. And I go, well, it's not really the case. See, when I was a kid, I tried tennis and I just got hit in the face with the ball. So I never did it again. I never did it again. I think that's a pretty good reason. But he was like, you should try it again. You should try it again. So I said, okay, one of these days I'll go back and I'll try tennis again. But the big selling point was that you could do it until you're 70 or 80. So it's like, oh, well, then I have until I'm 70 or 80. But yeah, so that's my piece of advice to the kids. Okay. The learning experience you get from doing everything that you want to do. The only people that can tell you no are the people that have to pay for it. So think about that. In school, everything is free. Now, if you want to do it in a more professional level, like be a cheerleader or a Girl Scout or something, that's professional. Girl Scouts are professional, okay? It costs a little bit of money for your parents, but I'm sure if you convince them, I really have to do this. I really like to do this. They're going to let me do this. They might scrounge up the money for you. But don't be disappointed if your parents are poor either. Okay, that doesn't mean you won't be able to in the future. Make friends with the cheerleaders. Say, hey, I don't really have the money for it, but maybe I can help you guys out. I could maybe give us some of my time to help out with the cheerleading, go to the games and stuff, and help you carry your bags. So you could just be around it. That's what I did. I'm telling you this from experience. See, I could not afford to go to dance lessons for ballet folklorico with the dance troupe that all of my cousins were in, but my dad couldn't afford to pay for it. I didn't have a job, and my mom thought it was ridiculous. I'm not paying for something I'd never see you do. So she said, you want to do it, you pay for it. So basically, until I got a job, it was like 2 years. 2 years of goofing around, but I don't even know what I was doing at the time. It was like 17, 18, whatever. 19 maybe. For 2 years, I carried these girls' bags and gave them, I had a driver's license, so I drove them everywhere to all of their performances and their practices, and I helped them get dressed, and I braided their hair, and I put the flowers in their hair and helped them get everything together, made sure nobody got the wrong shoes. All of that stuff I was doing with them. And then one year I had support in, well, actually the dance teacher said, hey, why don't you just take the classes? Just come and join us. And she found out that I was pretty good at it. So I'd been learning by watching. So I did a few performances with the troupe, and I was in it for another year or two. And I did end up getting a job and paying her. And I would run to go to this place, like to run 2 miles to get to the dance studio, and run all the way back to go home. So that's how committed I was. So if you really want to do something, you're going to make a way to do it. But those are things that you learn at a young age, and you kind of, they're self-taught. If nobody tells you how to do that, they're self-taught. And you don't realize that you're learning that until you find that one thing that you really, really want to do. Well, it's my idea that it shouldn't just be about those things that you really, really want to do, but about everything that you do. Everything that you do should be just really important to you because it's part of your life. And you certainly don't want to do anything that you hate to do. I was just sick all week. I hate to do that. If there was anything I could have done to prevent that, I would have. I mean, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Don't do drugs. Don't have sex too early. I don't know how old you are, sorry. Don't drink and drive. All that stuff. All right? Learning experience. Teach your kids first day of school. Bye-bye.